in my mouth.
Evening, welcome to Orta No Better, the main pod, the second one of pre-season. And I am joined by a guy you can't see, who's also known as Smarty, but his head's so big it doesn't fit in for him. Pod Dodger Karl's
15,000 a yard, edge, you shit house.
And we've got a special guest, very special indeed, Danny from Not Another Leeds Podcast. How's everyone doing?
Grand. Wonderful.
You all sound really enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, it's just one of them days, wasn't it? So
Certainly was, mate. Certainly was. Well, I'll fire us an intro and then we'll get into it.
Hi, this is Don Matteo, and then you are listening to the Orta No Better podcast. Let's do this.
You look like fucking Brolin, you're a Leeds eating bastard.
Look like some sort of fucking weird floating head. No.
He's a utensil player a bit, innit?
I mean, I feel a bit right, dickhead.
Nothing spectacular, really.
Nothing spectacular, really, as per. Like England,
you're saying that next season. You're
Like
banned from
England.
saying that next season.
you'll have to get on to
Saying it
Gilly
more.
to re-edit it. So
I'm not going to be asking Gilly to do anything at the moment, mate. And on behalf of the pod, I'd just like to apologise for Gilly if anyone's encountered him on Twitter or X this week, because he is on one. He's on one. He's not happy. He is not happy. So beware. Beware
He's
if
not
you
a happy camper.
tangle with him.
yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
we'll
on the
see.
subject of nothing spectacular, we have got England, who certainly were not spectacular. What do you think about that, Karl? You enjoy it?
It was
Toss
a
ball.
good game, yeah.
Oh, can I ask which tinted glasses did you watch it through? Did you watch through the Italian lens, or did you put one of Irish and one of Italian?
I just watched it for the crack. I didn't watch it from through any lens. Now I will just say I watched it because it was the final, and it just so happened that it had England in it, and
He was
Watch
sat
it.
there watching it with a frigging pint of Guinness and a chuffing calzone, really enjoying himself.
And a hard-on by end.
oh,
Guinness.
Jesus. Well,
That poor
look,
dog that was sat on his lap.
yeah. Well, look, I you know, unlucky lads, essentially.
What's going on? It's a weird noise.
But was that mine again? Was it? That mine? Yeah. My internet going fuck ways there. I got to get a lot of hate for this, but I think he absolutely fluked it all the way to the final, all the way. And
I don't think anyone's going to argue that hard against you.
I think your best 70 minutes was against Holland, and your best 10 minutes, 7 minutes came just as he scored, and for about 6 minutes after. And
Very specific. I like that.
well, but that's the thing. You could that's how bad England were, in my opinion. That you could pinpoint it to the point at which they actually played a little bit better than you had previously seen, and it literally was that 7 minutes, like, in my opinion. And
It's
look,
fun.
I think Southgate plays very conservative football, and he doesn't like exposing too much by pushing forward too much. Plays it far too safe, and I think with the players that you have, the attacking talent that you have, it's something that it seems to have been wasted at 2 tournaments now.
That's the problem, isn't it? We've got this amazing team, but we've got a guy who's the antithesis of these players.
Yeah, I think.
How do you make that work?
Well, you find a way, and if it upsets a few people along the way within the squad, then tough shit. Like, you're there to do a job. It's not I'm your buddy or this and that. At international football, it's the highest honour a footballer has, and it's the highest honour a manager is probably going to have as well, in their career, perhaps.
Yeah,
To lead, and he's English, to lead out
it
your
should
country,
be. It should
and
be the highest honour.
yeah, and to lead out your country at 4 major finals and playing 2 finals and a semi-final, and to play the football that he played, I don't know if he didn't have confidence in the players that he had on the pitch and in the squad, or that he just really doesn't know how to play nice flowing attacking football.
I think he just
It's only this tournament that it's been fucking pap though. The last couple have been alright. I would have binned him off after the last one, the World Cup. I thought it were.
They've been alright, but he's always gone defensive at the wrong times.
It's the scoring and then sitting back. That's
what always like that though. It was against the World Cup. It was in the World Cup. It wasn't against the others. 2018 was a very, very good tournament.
Yeah, 2018 was. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
It's just changed. Maybe he's scared. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, he's gone anyway. So happy
but
days.
I think if you know you're going to leave,
absolute dross anymore.
Yeah, I guess. But if you know you're going to leave, would you not just go balls out? You know, I'm out the door.
Like,
well,
no, because he genuinely believed in his system. He's that deluded. He thought that was.
He's a fucking idiot.
Games.
He was an average footballer. He was an average footballer, a defender. He didn't fucking play decent attacking football because he didn't know how to. You know, and it's just absolute shite. It's just boring, shite games.
He was the second coming of Peter Reid, a man who got to manage England because they were in the right place at the right time, and they were the only bloke available.
He's a nice bloke, but see ya, cheers, thanks for absolutely fuck all.
Did you see someone changed his house on Google Maps to say Southgate out?
Yeah.
They put like a marker on it.
I'm actually feel depressed talking about this, right?
I know.
It's just been a fucking shite summer, hasn't it? Jesus Christ. Going to the playoff final and performing like we did, and then all through this tournament, it's been nice to not watch England and watch other teams that have actually been quite entertaining and playing nice football.
Georgia, that's what being a Leeds and England fan does to you.
And then you get, you know. I mean, I didn't think we'd get to the final. I'm surprised we fucking beat Netherlands, to be fair, because I was like, that's us, we're done. That's it. You know, and rightly so. I think Netherlands would have made a better game of it if they got to the final. But it was just shite. The whole thing. I spent most of my time on my phone or talking to other people or asleep. And it was just naff and crap, and I didn't give the shiniest of shites.
Do you know what?
When the full time whistle went and it were right, we've fucked, haven't we?
It was the first England tournament where I've not watched a single game of it in a pub.
It's the first England tournament where I've not celebrated really when we've scored.
Yeah, just not asked.
I think the first time I actually went, oh yeah, get in, were when we actually equalised, and then I thought, oh shit, we're going to lose it now anyway, because.
Yeah.
It takes us a goal to go down.
Yeah, to wake us up. I know what you mean.
Hold on. Stop.
We played better once we went down. Yeah.
I'll try again. Yeah, we play better when we go a goal down, and then we start playing. But then again, you know, Leeds are very similar in a lot of. In fact, there's a lot of similarities in the way that England played and to the way Leeds played last year.
And the late substitutions, too little, too late, and all that.
Attackers on.
Danny, who would you have instead of Southgate then? If you're just going to pick a realistic option. I said a realistic option. That'd be the Dave Hockaday of international football if you got the job.
Mike Bassett.
I'd do a better job, I think. You know, I won't be defensive.
You have to get your milk.
All for into
McDonald's sauces.
Yeah, not even that, mate. Jumpers on the ground. That's it. I've got this sneaky suspicion that they might give it to the. Who's the one who won it with the under-21s? The guy, is it?
I would want Bielsa to come. Yeah. Sorry for obvious like that. I wouldn't want him to because I wouldn't want all these. I want all the scousers and all them fucking pricks laying into him.
You don't have to worry about them. They're not English.
He's too pure. No, I don't give a fuck.
I don't want Klopp.
What?
I was going to say Klopp just for the meltdown from Liverpool fans. That would be quite entertaining.
I don't want to see them turkey teeth again.
No,
thanks.
No, I don't.
But
I don't.
I think Potter, the under-21 guy, will get it. Lee Carsley, that's it. I think they'll win.
I don't think Potter will.
Potter's on 200k a week. Still, Chelsea are still paying his wages. So why would he take a job? You know what I mean?
Doesn't need to.
Chelsea might pay half his wages, and England could pay the other half. They'd see that as good business with Chelsea where they go on.
That's very true. You know, they.
What about Eddie Howe?
I think he'd be a decent shout, but he hasn't really got any real pedigree at high level.
Potter does.
No, I'm not arguing for Potter over Howe. I'm just saying I don't see much beyond he's had that promising English manager label put on him a couple of times.
Well, you can't really, extinguish his record from getting Bournemouth all the way through the leagues to the Premier League.
No,
and then doing what he did at Newcastle. That. You can't really knock the fella. I mean, he knows how to play decent football. He knows how to manage a team.
I wouldn't be upset if he got it because I don't think there's a better English candidate, really. Probably is him or Potter, and he's probably better than Potter because he's failed when he's had a shot at something big. Whereas Howe has actually done half decent.
Don't have to be
Newcastle. English. No?
Would you have Tuchel?
My preference would be.
Would you have Tuchel?
Probably not.
He's been linked.
Has he been
Probably
linked?
not. I just dislike him.
I think he should go balls out and just go and get Xavi Alonso from Leverkusen. If you're going to do it, do it.
He won't budge, man.
He won't do it.
He's not going to. I'm just trying to get your hopes up a little bit.
What about Sabrina Dufa? What's her name?
The teenage witch.
Fuck off. Did you hear that I was just saying, like...
Sabrina Weigman or Weigman, however you say it. What are your thoughts on her being linked to the job, lads?
No.
Was she?
Why?
Why, Jay?
Because I think it's been forced.
As I said on Twitter, I was just saying, I'm not sure, if Eddie Howe's got enough top-level sort of big game experience. So I don't want somebody who's managed a team in essentially a different sport, almost, to manage England. Women's football and men's football are completely different. You can have tactical ideas that apply to both games, but the way that you apply those and the way that teams respond and stuff is different at different levels. That applies to men's football all the way through the levels as it does to men's versus women's football. I want somebody who's managed in the men's game at a high level and is tactically astute and not afraid to attack. That's it for me.
That man is in
Nige
D's comment. If England want a trophy winner, how about Ancelotti?
By the way,
off after 3 months if he's not in mood.
How mad was it that he was at Everton? How crazy!
Yeah.
He definitely got sold a dream, didn't he?
They don't deserve nice things.
Hey, come on, Carlo. We're doing this. We're doing that. We've got it all. We're going to buy all these players. It's going to be amazing. What about, FFP and all
Carlo,
that? Don't worry about that. We've got people to deal with that. You just get these expensive signings going. And then he gets there and it's a nightmare. And he learns that he has to deal with Scousers and says, fuck this. And goes
Johnny
home.
Brown.
Well, he went to Madrid, but,
He just hates women, does Johnny?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not a fan. He's not a fan.
Really?
He sat there throwing his can of pedigree, chuffing shipyard ale at the TV.
He does love a shipyard. He does love
Absolutely
a shipyard.
not.
You're coming out with that comment after you just... about 2 weeks ago, where you
Don't say a name. Don't say a name. Don't say a name.
You absolutely laid into her on that pod.
Who?
So it's my turn to come on here.
Don't say it.
It rhymes with Shmenish Maluko.
He said it. I'm going to start getting triggered.
I didn't.
Eni Aluko is an absolute waste of a fucking
Commentator.
I need to be careful.
100%. Yeah, I'm with you.
She's the worst commentator in existence.
Pull a pin out from a grenade and I'd just throw it in a room and leave.
She's damaging.
Danny going full loco.
I like Alex Scott. I like Lucy Ward. I'm not particularly fond of Karen Carney, but I think that just alludes to the fact that she slagged us off about the whole COVID thing. But I don't actually find her that bad to listen to. But that stupid dipstick, I cannot fucking stand. And again, we alluded to this on the Not Another Leeds podcast a few weeks ago. Whenever she starts speaking, the other people around her just go, oh, fucking hell, she goes again.
Yeah, they do.
What cutting edge fucking tactical nonsense is she gonna fucking deliver us this time? It's just absolute bollocks.
I just want someone who knows what they're talking about to speak on the game. That's it. I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
No, Karen Carney. No, Russ. Before I ban you for life, Karen Carney is not worse than Eni Aluko. Stop.
So what we've learned so far on this pod at 14 minutes in is that Smarty's got a soft spot for Karen Carney.
Yeah.
He's out here defending her.
He's getting a summons from Eni Aluko next week.
Yeah.
Oh, he is 100%. You're not getting invited to her next.
I would proper kick her in the shin if I saw her.
You're not getting invited to her next book signing anyway, are you?
That's it. No chance.
Jesus, you've
burnt
that bridge.
I hope it's not a maths lesson. Jesus Christ. 10 plus 10 equals 42 on average.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's probably enough on the old England thing. Anyway, so we'll move on from that.
Yeah, basically we were shit. Can't wait for the next one when someone.
We're going to get ourselves cancelled.
No, we haven't dropped a C-bomb yet.
Not yet. But if we'd managed to get Gilly and Luke on together,
no, there's not still time, Daniel. There's not time.
No, I'm not having it. You lot always come on my pod. Well, sorry, our pod.
Here he goes, Mr. Big Time.
You cause absolute mayhem, right? Because my podcast, I say our podcast, sorry, it's like international waters. People come on to get us banned. You can say what you want on our podcast.
That's right.
I suppose it swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah. So
that's why he's come on. Really, he's going to just drop a random C-bomb to sabotage us at some point.
It's going to be the dirtiest, longest swear word I've ever said in my life.
Unbelievable.
Filthy pirate hooker.
That'd be a great handle on Twitter, that, wouldn't it?
I might have that as my new cod name, Smarty.
There's a bit of a niche. There's a bit of a niche there, I think.
Yeah.
Filthy pirate hooker. Anyway, so we'll have a little chat about incomings and outgoings, and there doesn't seem to be much.
Well, incomings will be fucking brief, won't it?
Yeah. So we've got mighty Mr. Rothwell in. Gilly's really upset about that. It would appear he's not happy with anything transfer wise at the moment. So again, avoid him on Twitter if you can. But
what's he's just not happy, like.
No, he's just.
I don't think he's happy.
Have you not been reading Twitter this week?
I here and there, yeah.
The man is everywhere. He had to go at Stephen King earlier.
Carl's been
the author.
Yeah.
About what? Hold on now a second, folks. Awful sorry. This is important. I've been working hard all day. I've not seen
Apparently
anything.
he said his books are shit.
He was correcting him, of course.
His grammar, I assume.
It was about something.
Yeah,
probably. I can't remember the actual tweet now. It was funny. It made me laugh. I just
Jesus Christ.
If you're watching, Gilly, I hope you're all right, mate. You can talk to us. Yeah. But yeah, go have a look. It's been great. He's been telling everybody what's what and putting everyone in the place. Is he
doing God's work?
He's very on one this week. Let's say he's got a lot to say. He's very upset with the 49ers, and he's not having them.
Nah, you got to be on one every now and again, or else you
Are you
just
though,
lose your
Jay?
mind.
Well, I said they were dead to me after this old grey. I've calmed down a little now. I'm not happy about it. It's gonna tear me apart every time I see something written about him for Tottenham. It's gonna kill me for the next 10 years, like it did with Milner, like it did with Lewis Cook, like it did Fabian Delph. You know, not Charlie Taylor though, because he's a prick. And I understand why they've done what they've done. I don't like it. I understand why though, and it may come out once he finally leaves that it happened because Somerville wouldn't go somewhere, which is what was rumoured. And people will probably start on him then, start sending him death threats because that's what seems to happen. Hopefully not. But yeah, I get why they did what they did. It's too early in this window to panic yet. I'm mildly concerned, as anyone would be, with the amount of people going out because it feels like we've sold half the team. But you've got to believe there's a plan. People just come in, they just suddenly get announced, and there they are. Ampadu came out of nowhere, and that started a trail then of transfers that came in, and they were all decent. So, yeah, he came out of nowhere. There was not a single peep about that. I don't think he's been brought in to be a replacement for anyone in the first team. I think he's been brought in to be a rotational squad member, and he's probably someone that's all right with that as long as he's going to get some games. And if that's what he is, he's a solid option. He doesn't excite me, but it's a solid option.
No, he's not. He's not an exciting player, but you don't need some, like you say. You just need someone who's a solid squad player. And the thing is,
you need someone you can bring in sometimes, and
he's not a stranger to having a dig from outside the box either. And that's exactly what we were missing last year.
Exactly. We were crying out for it.
And he's a guy. If you want to bring him on with half an hour, 20 minutes to go, whatever, and let him lace one from 30 yards. Happy days.
Exactly.
I mean, how many contributions did Click have that season? From not many, not loads, but it's enough. It's enough.
Yeah, I mean, Skip here says, I don't understand the meltdown from fans about lack of transfers. Do fans really think the 49ers want us to stay in the Championship? They will do the right thing. And that's exactly it. Skip. when you look at the thing that was said about when we went down and certain people didn't want to invest in at that point, it's in their interest to get us back up because they want those people to come back to the table. They want that investment. They want those people involved. They'll all be waiting for us to get back up so they can invest. There's just people that don't want to get involved when we're in the league we're in because we don't know how long it's going to take to get back there. And that obviously extends the period before you get your return on your investment. And that's what it will be for a lot of those people. So they want us to go up. Make no doubt about that. There's nothing beneficial for them in stripping us in the Championship and leaving us there. Is there? Does anyone disagree with that?
No, because eventually these investors will want return on their investment.
Exactly.
That's what we are, an investment. It's imperative that we get back up, and whether I know the guy that you had on, I forget his name, with the basketballer guy. You had
Larry Nance.
You forget his name.
Jr.
Forget his name.
He won't be buying you a pint.
I didn't forget it. I just
You're not
remember
coming to fucking New Orleans with us.
He's just texted me now saying, "Tell us Smarty to shut up."
Who's this guy?
Larry.
I don't know who this guy is.
Larry.
Is this Larry Nance?
What's he sent a picture of that for? What is it?
Whose horse is that?
And that's us gone.
If you look at all the players that have gone out, most of them weren't involved in the first team apart from Archie and Kamara. That's only 2 first team players, and we brought Rothwell in. I'm not saying that that's it, we're going up as champions, but my thing that I've said, you need to be patient because the better players that we're probably looking at are going away with the parent clubs. If we are going to attack the loan market, like Alfie Gilchrist, for an example, Chelsea are going to want to look at him this season. Right, he can go out on loan, so that's why I think most of our transfers will probably come in August. That's just the way it goes. Like, the better the player, the more we have to negotiate.
Yeah,
the more unwanted the player, the more rubbish the player. So
unless you're Joe Rodon and want to come back.
Well, that's it.
Exactly.
And now he's going to be a legend forever with the fans.
Well, that goes down to Joe Rodon having one destination in his mind. He's turned to his club and say, "Look, I will leave. Leeds is my destination. Do a deal with them." And Leeds
I reckon it's because of his brother. His brother's been like, "These Leeds fans are great crack on Twitter. I love them. Come back to Leeds."
He knew it. He knew he wanted to come back. That's why we never saw a buy post or anything like that from him on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. It was just
Just to what you're saying about. Just to what you're saying about. You've got to sort of wait longer for these players. I think what we have to remember as well is that, like, what we're aspiring to be up there, we've got to be looking at players who might get Premier League offers, and we've got to be trying to get those kind of players. And a lot of those players are going to wait till late in the window to see if those moves materialise. And it's all right to say, "Oh, well, if they don't want to come to Leeds, we don't want them." There's nothing weird about players looking to try and get a game in the Premiership, If they want, if that's and then if that's not coming up, you come for a big Championship club where you might get to showcase your talents, and that's us, hopefully, for some of these players. What do you reckon, Smarty? Oh, Karl, go on then, because you're raring to go.
I was just going to say, Andy sums it up perfectly here. Are we just not clearing the decks before we bring in players? And
I think so.
Yeah, and just on Danny's point as well, I met essentially, there was some guy had commented on Twitter, I think it was maybe the start of the week, I think it's what maybe helped Gilly kick off his week of mayhem. He said something, I can't remember, I'll try and find it, and then I basically said, it's like, we're freaking out for no reason whatsoever. Like, we've moved players on that were, I put the list in. It was like Archie had 52 games, other players 0 minutes, Klassen 2 games, this and that, and there was no one that we've moved out bar Archie and now Kamara that wasn't in any way involved in pretty much anything we did last year. So
that's it.
Just to say that we've sold a load of players. 2 players out of all the players that we've sold were influential in how we played or how we performed last year. 2.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, if people
And,
are that
and
concerned
people are
about
absolutely
it,
melting down.
yeah, but if they're that concerned about it, we should only be buying fringe players because we've got the nucleus of a team there that we just need a good bench if that's the way you're going to look at it. Like,
Well, if you look at in most games last season, and we were crying out for Farke to make a change at X time, he looks at that bench. Who does he see to change the game? Who comes on from that bench and changes the game? Maybe a Mateo Joseph in a cameo. You know,
It's not Shaq.
I mean, it's not Shaq. You know, you got Charlie Cresswell on the bench, and I thought his hands were tied to a certain extent, and maybe that's what we'll do. We never know.
Well, as Smarty once said, you can only piss with dick you've got, right, Smarty?
That's right.
So if you've
I'm
only
make
got
that quote,
if you've only got
all the time,
limited,
I got fed up of saying it.
needs a black
you've
and white
got limited-
picture.
limited talent on your bench, then you can only
I'll do
make
you one
limited
tomorrow.
changes to games.
You can do it. You can do a screen grab tomorrow.
I'm gonna make a quote. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt or something.
Yeah,
It's one of my favourite
utensil player.
Smartyisms. It's one of my favourite Smartyisms. Absolutely.
Yeah, the timeline's been full of vitriol and just fucking mayhem on it, you know, and only from
It's
a small
been madness,
proportion of
hasn't it?
people,
It's
not
been
from
madness.
everyone.
That's
Like when
Twitter
you're
in a
traveling, you know,
nutshell.
when you travel in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes you'll see a fucking field on fire because
Yeah.
they're burning the old shit. They're getting rid of the old shit, so the new fucking stuff can come. And that's, you know, it's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing at Leeds. They're getting rid of all the old
Field
shit,
on
the shit
fire.
that we don't want, burning them all.
Well, are you
Strike
Westeros?
That's it.
Strike nearly got burnt last year. Sacrificial lambs. And at the end of the day, right? Hold on. Let me just speak. Let me speak. Under the old regime, we wouldn't have got £40 million for Archie Gray. We'd have probably got 20 or even that. You know, so to
We
say
just sold
that
him for about 15.
So to say that they've managed to get that much money for a young kid that, you know, he's featured, but rarely featured over the last few years or whatever. So I'm just
One season, yeah.
One season, brilliant bit of business, excellent. It means that we can keep, you know, the majority of the rest of our squad together. Get rid of the deadwood. Yes, Kamara, that's fine, but I'm not bothered that Kamara's gone. He had his moments, but, you know, in when it were required of him to play in big games, he kind of went missing. He only played well when we were on top or we were playing well. When we were up against it, he went missing. We don't want them kind of players. We want players that are going to dig in and fucking bail us out of this shit.
Yeah,
and
we do. We
you're
need
not,
people to
you know,
fight.
like so many people in the comments have already said, you know, there's a lot of players out there that will be looking for big clubs, that will be looking to go to a higher level of football and playing a higher level of football.
Yeah.
Now, those players might be more available towards the end of the league, the end of the window. We've heard so many people, you Phil Hayes, etc., talk about this in seasons gone past, over and over and over again. But people seem to just forget this. Your best players will look for a better opportunity. Not many people will want to come and play in frigging in the Championship, especially if they've got their eyes on a move to, you know, maybe Bundesliga or, you know, La Liga or the Premier League.
Yeah.
But there's a chance of securing them sort of players because they'll want to play football. And if it means that you're going to come down a level to Leeds and play 46 games, then so be it. They will do. There's going to be more opportunity to get them, like you guys have already said. There's going to be more opportunity for them sort of players. There will be other players. They'll be cooking. They'll be cooking, bros. Don't worry.
Yeah, and there'll be people like, you know, not specifically them, but for example, Forest, where suddenly they try to get people out when the window's about to close because they want to get people in. And it's just what happens. We all want people in first day of pre-season so everything can be sorted out and everyone's on the same page. It don't work like that in real world. The 49ers may have had every intention of getting people in quickly, but on the other hand, you know, what better, if you are going to go big, what better way to do that than to sell the people you're selling first, then look at the pot of money you've got, then go from there.
We need fattening up just in time for Red Bull to take us over.
Well, that's it, yeah. But not that caffeine-free Red Bull, because that's pointless.
And like the other thing as well,
like a turkey that's been fed.
There's only one turkey here.
Fucking hell.
We're being fattened up for them Red Bull people. So we can become Red Bull Leeds.
Please don't, Smarty. Don't do it.
It could be Red Bull and Road.
Leeds Red Bulls.
Oh, God. Don't say stuff like that.
Well, they can't rename.
I'll tell you what,
fucking
Daddy, you want to get that
that's the thing.
trademarked, mate, because when it happens, you'll be in for pots of cash there.
But they
I'll own it
can't
now,
change
mate.
the name of a road, like.
Change the name at stadium, though.
Yeah, but it's still Ellen Road.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
So-
It just happens to be a
The o-
location.
The only
Having
thing,
said
the
that,
only
don't-
the only people who are going to be using any name change is going to be the likes of Sky Sports or BT when we're on it. We're still always going to call it Ellen Road.
Oh
It's
no,
never
I'm
going to be-
I'm all for it, mate. I'm all
Listen,
for it.
don't
You
underestimate
would-
the
I'm gonna call
ability.
it. I'm going to call it
Don't
whatever
underestimate
they,
the ability
whatever
of
they
Leeds
want.
City Council.
Whatever you
whatever
want,
they
Mr. Red
pay
Bull.
me to call it.
Whatever you want, Mr. Red Bull. Anything, Mr.
Don't
Red Bull.
underestimate
Take
the
us to
ability of
Champions
Leeds City
League.
Council
wonder-
to take a load of cash.
I wonder if we'll go.
Change the road
I wonder
there.
if we'll go full on Pro Evo and be called Yorkshire Whites, Yorkshire
God,
White,
yeah.
Yorkshire
Oh.
Red Bulls or something.
Oh,
Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Look at Smarty's just dreaming of Champions League finals there. He's like, yeah.
He is.
Come on.
He is
The
sat there in
fucking
his
money.
Red Bull hat.
Oh,
His Red Bull hat with his Red Bull.
I
in his
can- I
hand.
can
He's
see
got
it now.
Blazing peacocks all over the place. Like,
Mate,
Beat
you'll
New
change-
Bayern in the final.
sending
badge is
peacocks
gonna
out
be
of
a
cannons
recon.
and shit.
New
They'll all
basketball
change
with
to
Peacock
tune.
holding a can of Red Bull in
Fireworks.
one foot.
Fuck it.
Open it in the other.
I'm joking,
You'll
obviously.
change your
There will
tune
be
when
there will be a revolt, but yeah.
Lamine Yamal crosses it into Mbappe and we win the
Exactly.
Champions League. You know,
That's
you'll
it.
change your
And
tune,
everyone will
man.
be saying,
Look at you,
"What's up with
Danny.
Red Bull? It's great."
Look
Is
at
that,
he's
is that,
fishing
is that
like
for
mad.
Danny? Do you think?
Who's the homeless jerk?
Play nice, people. We don't have that
That's
here.
not very nice.
Just
Yorkshire
because
doesn't
he's the complete opposite of Joe, you know, he's not analytical, he's not articulate.
There was
he's-
someone else called Jer
You know.
earlier in the
Have
comments.
a
It's
go
the
at him.
second time I've ever seen anyone. I mean, I think it's incredibly
Oh,
rare name.
I started.
Jer
in there.
McDermott, I think it's
Jer
something
McDermott.
like that. Jer McDermott.
Dermot,
Shot for
yeah.
Gerald.
Here he is.
There we go.
He's from Galway
is.
as well. Like,
He is from Galway.
well, obviously everyone
Like
knows
the
where
song?
Galway is.
Down the
It
road
says,
from me.
Greetings
Are
from
you a
beautiful
Galway girl, Carl?
No, I'm a Mayo boy.
A Mayo boy. I don't want to hear that kind of talk, mate. Joe McDermott says, "Greetings from beautiful Galway in the west of Ireland. Carl will know it well. He's banned from there, I think. What about Harry Gray at
chose to
15
leave.
playing... Jump before you were pushed. Harry Gray played with the first team versus Lincoln, and anybody knows about this kid, Oliver Boast? Never heard of him. Anyone know about Oliver Boast?
Oliver Burst.
Jerry McDermott's part of the, I think it's the Jerry McDermott that's part of the Galway Ireland Supporters Club.
Oh, yeah.
He used to do quite a lot of scouting for the club in Ireland and stuff like that. So
Okay.
he's quite
he's clued
knowledgeable
up.
about the youth players that are coming through at the minute. Like, so he's constantly he's on Twitter as well. And West of Ireland Whites is the page. So yeah, Jerry's always going on about younger players that are coming through with potential. So if he's saying that, then there's definitely something behind it.
That'll do for me. What do we think about Harry playing at 15, by the way? We're going off tangent a bit here. We'll come back to it.
Fantastic news. Fantastic news.
Fantastic.
Give him a couple more years and sell him to Ice Bidder. Bosh. There you go. Next.
Nah, imagine him smashing Archie
Trafficking
in midfield
trafficking
next
youth
season.
prospects.
Oh,
Gonna be
imagine
great.
that. Playing
Yeah.
against Spurs and they line up against each other.
Oh, that'd be
That's
magic.
mouth-watering. Oh,
Yeah.
He
I
will
like
be,
that.
That'll
Archie
be
Gray
great.
won't be at Spurs in a few years. Archie Gray will have moved on to bigger and better things.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, but we'll play them next season, like, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, they're not getting
That's the
relegated, are they?
I mean,
Oh.
fucking hell.
That's not the spirit.
You're in full wind-up
Not
mode
at
you
all.
tonight. You're
I
upsetting
don't
me,
know what you
Smarty.
mean. I don't know what you mean.
You don't
I
speak
know
any
you,
good
pal.
English, no?
I know you.
It's character assassination. that
Thing is,
is.
we've got Harry Gray and we've got Alfie Cresswell as well.
Yeah. He signed on
both,
today. And
both their brothers have left the club. But the report was that bad blood between the families and the
Yeah, it's a load
Cresswell's
of
just signed
bollocks.
a
That's
deal.
some virgin tapping
Yeah.
away on his keyboard. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
There's no bad blood with Gray. It's absolutely not.
No, we just I feel like I say it every week. I feel like that scene from Jurassic Park. When they see the dinosaurs hatch from the eggs. It's like us.
Do it.
yeah.
Do an
Grays.
impression. Do it. Do
Like
it.
that, like-
Do it.
Go
Go on, do it.
What was that?
Come on.
Very good. Very good. That's getting clipped.
Oh, God.
I've got loads of you. I've got loads of you.
man,
Yeah.
you put one up on Instagram there a while back, and it was just all Smarty. It's just Smarty.
Yeah,
That was it.
He's what we call in the game clippable.
Oh, God. He is. He's very clippable. He's smart. He's a Mr. Soundbite.
Mr. Soundbite, yeah.
You're good for
that's
stuff
it.
like that.
We'll
Very
be,
useful.
I'm glad. I'm good for something at least. That's it. Yeah.
So are we all happy about Kamara being sold or what then? Because I know you're glad he's gone, Smarty. You hate him.
Everyone.
I feel like I'm disappointed he's gone, but I'm not gutted. And
I'm not
for
glad
10
he's
million,
gone.
10 million. That means we could go out and spend more on someone else.
Exactly.
What do you reckon, Karl? How do you feel about
it. We're not missing any goals. We're not missing any assists. We're not missing any shots. Directly harming the opponent's goal. Fuck all of that too.
So what you're saying is we're getting rid of the modern day Adam Forshaw?
One that didn't break quite so regularly, yeah.
To be fair, he was fit.
He was fit, like I give him that. But I'm disappointed because he puts in a good shift, and you know he's quite good at his role within the team. But we didn't get a goal from fucking midfield until Gruev got that free kick in the playoff semi-final second leg. You know what I mean? And yeah, like
Rockwell got more.
He did, yeah.
Like he got 4 or 5, didn't he, last season?
He got more, and people are upset about him.
Yeah, was it 2? Yeah,
2 or 4.
And I kind of said the same thing about Archie Gray. I was like, yeah, great, yeah, he's the massive prospect he is, and I'm gutted to see him go. But what do you lose when you know he never got the chance to really get forward from right back? He
Cash on legs is what he is.
Yeah, got played minimal time in midfield. Had a blinder against Chelsea, then he went back to right back, and it's just like there was no goals or assists there either. Like, so you know, either way, we've replaced Kamara with someone who can actually get a goal and not afraid to have a shot. So I don't know.
The one thing I will miss about Kamara is when he fakes the turn round, but then like
the shimmy shake.
Yeah. Like imagine having a dance off with him when he drops that shoulder.
Shimmy shake.
Ooh,
that is good at that.
He's got snake hips. He's got snake hips as Kamara. I'll miss his snake hips, but that's about it really. Because he used to shimmy shake, pass to the left.
Blaze Racer. One of them will gone instead.
Why?
I don't get that. I think he's a more versatile player than Kamara.
I think.
I'd pick Ampadu over Gruev.
He can pick a pass.
When Gruev can pass forward though. Gruev can pass forward.
Gruev's a very good player. He was vital for us last season. Breaking
Remember that game when he completed something like 95% of his passes or something crazy?
He's class. He's a good player.
Nice.
On his day, he's a great midfielder at this level anyway.
Rate is blazed.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him to go. We've heard bits of talk about Nonto and Everton. Do we think that's going to come off, Danny? What do you reckon?
Yeah,
do you think it's going to happen this time?
Well, they're getting 50 million for Onana. What's his
name? What's his name again?
Onana. You can see me you can see me on X Factor a few years ago. No, I think it's up to them. What obviously, apparently he's up for the move, you know. But that's all just paper talk and what have you. He might just say, "Oh, I'll give it another year," and then a gentleman's agreement. We don't know, and that's what people are basing all this meltdown off of, is that their own conspiracies, if you will. Like they think something will happen, but in fact it might not. Do you know what I mean? It's always that. That's where the insecurities come from, in my opinion. Because we don't know who or when people will come in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think Nonto and Somerville, you've got to brace yourself for Somerville.
Difficult
and
hair.
Nonto.
That's the first time I've ever heard that before.
Me too. So I had to put it up there. Yeah, I think we're all braced for Nonto and Somerville. I don't think anyone really believes they're both going to be here. There's a strong chance both go for me.
Did you see there that Rennes came in for Somerville and offered?
Pronounce it correctly.
No.
Go on. Give it a shot. Go on. No. Go on.
No.
It's wrong.
Wrong. Sorry for the French listeners. But they came in with a 16.8 million pound bid, right? And
taking bastards.
right, oh, but get this. Then there was some fucking, I think it was the Metro newspaper down in London, put out an article straight away going, Chelsea are in with a chance. 16.8 million will get them Somerville. And I was like, you're fucking morons. What are you doing? Like that is a pretty. Why didn't I use?
I remember that though. 16.8 million. It's very precise. I mean,
yeah. Well, that's because I was. With that? Well, I don't know. I think it's
they
20.
used Danny's
I think
supercomputer.
I think it might be 20 million euros.
Hey, don't diss the Not 3000.
Yeah, I think probably both of them will go. Do you reckon they'll both leave, Smarty? Do you think Somerville will get his move to Liverpool?
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. As long as we invest the money wisely, then that's absolutely fine. Fuck off. If they see themselves at a different club, if they want to leave, then fucking see you later. I'm after the last couple of seasons, I honestly do not give two flying fucks who stays and who goes. As long as we've got a decent team. I've lost. Honestly, the jar of fucks is completely bone dry.
You've become one of those old fans now that's just like, yeah, I just go to games, get pissed. I don't care what happens.
I've basically turned into my old self.
Get pissed.
You have.
Do you know what he needs, Marty? A right good stick to shake at players. That's what you need. A right good stick.
with some badges on from places you've been.
Yeah. Every lad needs a good stick to shake.
I've got my Snowden shield. I'll start with that.
Can only point which stick you've got.
Yeah.
End of the day, right? If players are, it's just, I don't know.
The mercenaries at end of the day.
I don't see the point in getting attached to players anymore. There ain't any point because at the end of the day, and rightly so, they look after themselves. Their investments.
Because we grew him in our greenhouse.
No, fuck Archie. Fuck them all.
Oh, come on now. You're going
if
too
they
far.
want to leave and they're going to put fucking release clauses into the contract, Jay, then fucking toodle pip.
Do you think?
At the end of the day, put a fucking release clause in his contract, so he's not that fucking faithful, is he? No one is.
I can't wait.
As soon as you dangle a little Premier League carrot or a fucking big fat wedge of money, rightly so, you crack on. I wouldn't expect anything less because I would do the same.
So
as much as I'd love to see Leeds United do so well, I'm thinking I could stay here or I could actually go and play Premier League football and potentially do really, really well for myself. I mean, it's Tottenham, so you ain't going to win any trophies, but at least he's going to put himself out on the market. Do you know what I mean?
You're really
and same with the rest of them.
Aren't you? It's doing you
Nonto's a good player. I value Nonto, but he's a shithouse and he tried to leave, so fuck him. Somerville's only got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. He'll either cut in and have a shot or he'll lay it off to Fopo.
Got 20 goals in him.
He's limited. He's limited into what he does. He's a good player, but he's limited. And he's very... what's the fucking word I'm looking for?
One-dimensional.
Yes, thank you, Carl.
If you could be one-dimensional...
There are players out there that we'd be able to sell him for a decent wedge, and there are players out there that could quite easily replace him.
I think you're being a bit... I think you're writing him off a bit and you're getting a bit carried away there.
I'm not writing him off at all.
20 goals, mate. You can't just say, oh, we don't need him. He's crap. One-dimensional.
He's one-dimensional.
You can only do one
he is.
If you can do that and score 20 goals, I'll take that every day at week. Danny, talk some sense into him. Come on.
Right, so what about the rest of the last, I don't know, 10, 15 games of the season? How many times did he score in the last 10 games of the season? When we really needed him for? I'm pointing it to this fucking tit here.
You can point it to me. You know I've got no recall.
How many fucking games when we really needed him to be on his form? How many times did he score in the last 10 games, James?
I'm not stats. I can't remember these.
I'll make it easy for you. You can count them on one hand.
Which hand?
Whichever fucking hand you want. In fact, if you only had two fingers on one fucking hand, it'd be absolutely fine.
I was going to say,
Count that, mate. Count that. Listen, I get that it's going to go, and I get
I'm only spitting facts at you, bro. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when the going got tough, he fucking shithouse and bottled it. And
I agree.
If someone comes out, I'm going to give you 30-40 million for Somerville, I'd be like, fucking joy.
I agree with that part, and I'm okay. I'm okay with selling him. It's just I want the right money, and I'm not going to pretend that he didn't do a lot for us.
30 million quid. Someone's offering you 30 million quid for Somerville. Do you take it or leave it now? Yes or no?
I'd take 40.
Fuck off. You'll take 30 all day long.
I'll take 30
to add on to that, though, when's the offer going to come in more than likely? They're going to
End of
try
the
and
window.
squeeze
End of the window.
at end of the window. So if it's
Like
2
what we
days
said
before the
about
window,
players we want.
I won't accept it.
No,
No,
not at all.
it depends. It's circumstantial, isn't it? But if someone comes in now, like it's been reported, and the same for Nonto, if someone comes in with a big fat wedge of cash and goes, "There you go, I'm going to give you that for both of them or whatever," you'll take it. Yeah. You'll take it all day long.
Do you think?
Imagine a squad that we could reinvest with that much money. How safe? We're not just for season, because if we shit out this season, which there's a chance that we might do, it might not happen for us this season. We've bolstered our money for next season as well. We're in a very, very good place.
Oh,
do
we're
you think
PSR if we sell him?
Yeah, do you think with the strategy they seem to be going with that they have a particular cut-off date where they're just going to refuse to sell any players? Like, you know,
we don't have to sell any players. Or
no,
we're in a good position now where we don't have to bend.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, we were just saying, you know, 2 days before the window closes, someone comes in and we're not going to take that money. But would you say that they more have a strategy in line to say, right, okay, the season started, we're cutting off all access to any more players. That's it. We're not selling anymore. We, like, even though we don't need to, and I get your point, Smarty, you're absolutely right. But should they have a cut-off point going, right, that's it.
I'm guessing it'll be down to FARC. It'll be down to FARC.
I think you can say that, but there's always a price that'll make you talk.
Everyone's got a price. We've seen that with Kamara.
Everybody's got a price. There's $1 million.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Stay with me, kid. You'll do this fine, see?
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Carl. In principle, I think it should.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea because then the manager can crack on. But
yeah, that's what I'm
change-
saying. Like, do they want to derail the season ahead by doing something so fucking stupid towards the end of the window again? Like,
yeah. You can't change too much of this team. We've already seen Kamara and Archie Gray, who were, in their own right, you know, good and fitted the bill. But we now need to start adding players. I get the frustration for people because for some people, you don't see a link online. That means we're not doing anything. I mean, apparently we were talking to Joe Rothwell for 10 days before, and he's coming straight away. So no. But my point is that just because you don't see anything happening online doesn't mean we're not. Even Orta got his ducks in a row. We could be waiting for dominoes to fall. The Euros have been on. I think if the Euros hadn't been on, we might have got players in early. Do you know what I mean? If you look across the Championship, there's been, you know, you got Sheffield Wednesday who've signed a handful of players, not very good ones. But
although they did sign O'Hare, who we wanted.
Yeah, but that could be circumstantial. We don't. I mean, we apparently wore him for him, but apparently they could have just offered more money. He might have like, give me 50 grand a week. Would you give O'Hare 50 grand? You know what I mean? Leeds might not.
And he's gone to Wednesday.
No,
he's gone to
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. All right, sorry, I thought you said he gone to Wednesday.
But if you look at them, they ain't bought anyone, have they? Sheffield United. They've only got free. They've got freezing. They've got McCallum from Plymouth, who got released from Plymouth. They've got O'Hare, which is a good signing, but I spoke to a few commentary fans, and they say that his injury record were a bit, because I know he was injured quite a bit last season. But he's still a good player. And then they've got someone else in on a free. They've released loads of players. I know someone who knows Chris Wilder, and he's saying that behind the scenes they're in a lot of trouble. So
well,
good.
I won't be shocked. I won't be shocked. And yeah, like Smarty says, fuck them. So the only other incoming sort of rumoured about that I can remember right now, because I'm useless and I don't do proper prep, is Jayden Bogle, who I wanted to call Omar Bogle because that's still stuck in my head. What do we think about him, Carl? Would you be excited to get him in, or why don't you fuck off, Smarty? Try to do a serious podcast.
I'm fucking laughing at him. He went, "Bow."
I know, you're derailing me.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to us, Carl, and tell us what you think? Or are you just going to sit there pulling faces?
Froze there again. I am. Yeah. Well, I didn't hear the fucking question because my internet went skew. So if you wouldn't mind repeating yourself there, please.
I love this podcast. I asked you what you think of Jayden Bogle. Would you be happy to see him come in? Would he excite you?
I think he'd be a very solid player. He's got 151 or 52 appearances, 108 in the Championship or something, and the rest in the Premier League for Sheffield United. And I think he's only 23 or 24. He's not old by any means. So he's already
23.
built up 23. So he's built up quite a good kind of understanding of both divisions. If he was to come in and we got promoted, maybe we'd get someone else in as a first choice, and he'd be the ideal kind of backup at right back. Does he excite me? He's definitely more of an attacking influence from right back, I think, than say Archie would. But then that's also down to how Farke plays. Was Archie allowed to actually go forward when the time was right, or what the crack is? But I think we're in dire need of one. I saw somewhere that if this doesn't come off, then I think Connor Roberts is waiting in the wings. So we'll have to wait and see. I think I have a fair idea the fans' favourite would probably be Connor Roberts. But either way, I think the finger needs to be taken out when we're getting these transfers in, and definitely a right back is a high priority.
Get that finger out, definitely.
Well, the thing is as well, like instead of the whole transfer window relying on one dude sitting in an office playing Football Manager, we've got three. Like
Victor Orta and his Steam subscription.
But we've actually got three guys playing Football Manager now, so that kind of you're hedging your bets there, I think. But I think they've there's no way that they haven't got people lined up, and like the lads said earlier as well, it's the war chest is exactly.
Absolutely.
And I don't think there's anything to panic about, really.
It's like what we were saying about Onana at Everton. And exactly. And they're waiting for him to go there, aren't they? I know. They're waiting for him to go so that they can get Nonto in. And we're going to be in that position with players too. Danny, what do you reckon to Roberts versus Bogle? Which would you prefer?
Well, I'd give one a gun and another a shield and sword and see how they got on in Thunderdome. Yeah, no. For this level, if we sign Bogle, for this level, I think he'd be a solid signing. I've seen Sheffield United fans, before I start getting crap. The attacking going forward is decent. He's a bit more on his defensive duties, but he's 23. He's still learning his trade. He's got Premier League experience. He's got Championship experience. It'd be a solid signing for this level. I don't expect if we went up next season, I'd expect to get another starter there. Connor Roberts, I thought he were a bit stop-start for me last season, but if we get him in early, if we got rid of Bogle and just got Connor Roberts in under a pre-season, because he were in the team of the season before, so it would make sense to get him in. But I've seen a lot of people. I'm going to say
Bogle sounds a lot like another Jed Spence,
but I think you've made me lose my train of thought.
Well done, Smarty.
That's what
I have that effect on people.
You've derailed the pod again, mate.
Yeah. No, I think
just thought I'd throw that one at you.
Yeah.
Before you get a little bit too excited, I thought I might just drag you down to earth with a nice little bump.
He had it there for a second as well. He's lost
and you did it again.
His eyes. He was like, really, his eyes lit up.
Yeah, that was it. No, I've remembered it now. I've remembered it. It's like a lot of people say, just pay the 7 million. I think 7 million is a lot for a person that has a year left in his contract. Why would you pay 7 million if you can get him for 5?
Skip agrees with you.
That's the only thing.
7 million's a lot with 1 year left.
It is.
Yeah. So I think why pay 7 when you can negotiate and get 5.5 or
and especially for a championship player, isn't it?
I'd like either.
Yeah.
And Smarty. Oh, go on. Sorry, Cal.
Oh, no, there was just a few comments flying about there about Roberts. Steve Brown was one there. He's like, I'm Welsh, and for me, Roberts isn't the answer to a right-back situation. I get it, but then you've got this one as well. Then it's like, Bogle would be a better young lad. I would still want Connor Roberts. So it's swings and roundabouts. Maybe try and get both of them and let them duke it out.
I'd take either. They've both got qualities that would benefit us just in different parts of the game. And I was going to go to Smarty to say that they're both shit for us. Why don't you just tell us about shit and you don't care?
Well, that's not the case at all. I'd be relatively happy with either, I think. You know damn well we'll get neither, and we'll get someone else completely random, though.
Probably get Shaq back on loan or something.
We'll get Jed Spence back.
No, Cameron Bothwick Jackson.
Fuck off.
That's, yeah.
Remember him?
Too far.
Too far. I remember being in the East Stand and going, "Oh, he's all right, him, you know." he only ran like 30 yards down the wing, and then he knocked it out of play, and I was like, "Yeah, best not."
Let's get Scott Watton back.
Oh, this guy's. Where's it
Scott
gone?
We'll see. But you know,
it just reminded me.
Both.
We haven't actually mentioned the fact that he's gone yet.
55 minutes flies when you're having fun.
55 minutes? Is that how long we've been on?
Jesus, we've just been rambling shit for now.
Yeah, so...
Right, shit house.
Carrying all this banter.
There's a tweet there from Fab. He's saying Eintracht Frankfurt want him, and I think somebody, it might have been Russ in our starred comments, had said that he's gone, and it's a loan, I think he said.
A loan with an option of 15.
There is an option to buy.
We got Russ. That gets
it might be 15 now. It'll be about 15 quid by the time he's fucking next season.
It'll be 15 pence by the time they've seen him.
We don't want him. Take him back.
Yeah,
it's
like
mad.
Lorente at Roma.
He's like how quickly a car devalues when you drive it off the lot.
Yeah, you just lose everything. Everything.
Worst
gone.
Viking ever.
Oh yeah, Ragnar Lothbrok would be seriously pissed off.
Yeah, but Ragnar Lothbrok was a proper Viking, not a chuffing fraud.
That's what I'm saying. He'd be proper
fucking Milky Bar kid fraud like that shithouse.
Take him out to the square and he'd do the eagle on him.
I like your spell, Alan.
I don't even know what that means.
If Gilly was on now, he would have had an aneurysm, I think.
Yeah, he'd be like stressed Eric with the vein in the side of his head.
Yeah. Oh God, look how he's spelled it. Jesus Christ. You ruined it all. Anyway.
Right, I think we've talked about that enough, probably. I will move us on to this, and we only have one because I'm not organised and I've only got the one you sent us, Karl.
Hey, has got a shit tick this week, my little sparrow-fact.
Yeah, so shit take of the week. Normally we try and find a few. We've been crap this week, and I'm the host and only did it all today, so... I've got what Karl sent me, which was something about good old Victor Orta, which I have managed to not load into the brand, even though I thought I had, because it failed, which is fucking awesome. So I'll just do that now. And there we go, it's in.
Hey.
So the YP are, they've given this guy some more airtime for some reason and let him make some more excuses for why all his transfers were shit. And as Karl said in the group, unless it's him saying, I'm shit, it's my fault, then he can fuck off.
Yeah, I didn't even give it the... Sorry, Graham Smith, if you're the dude who wrote the article, but I didn't even open it because I knew it was going to be absolute bollocks. And the only bizarre thing about that whole article is that Victor Orta didn't fucking admit that he is a prick. I nearly dropped a C-bomb there. That was very, very close. That was very close. But it is true. Like you can't say a bizarre reason when the bizarre reason is the fact that you were given a checkbook and absolutely shafted the club. So it's not really a bizarre reason. It's you're a shithouse and you give all them contracts to the bellends that jumped ship last season, and because they were so shit, they should have stayed around and they should have just done the job and got us back up this season. But they didn't because they're a bunch of... I nearly said it again, so I'm just going to stop.
That man really he ignites a bit of a fire in you, doesn't he, Karl? You want to punch him in the head or something, yeah?
Yeah.
Give him what for?
American History X to more for.
I'll just cycle through these few comments that you've given me here, moving on from what Karl just said. We've got one from Cillian McDonough. I hope I've said that right. Probably Killian, yeah. I always say that.
He is a Cillian.
I always do that. I don't know why I read it that way. I've always read that name the same way. Anyway. Hi, lads. My hometown club, Sligo. Is that right, Karl?
Sligo Rovers, yeah.
There we go. Sligo Rovers is playing Everton tomorrow. I'll be shouting abuse at Jack Harrison, MOT. Good man.
Go on, and if
Make
his
sure-
ma's there, shout abuse at that wagon as well.
Yeah, you get stuck into him, mate. Lay into him.
Yeah.
Give him it.
Sort it out.
Skip says, question, still early yet in reference to transfers, but what teams do you see challenging us for promotion? Take it away, Smarty.
Oh, Jesus, why do you always give me shit questions?
Because you've been festering away in corner there for 5 minutes and not
It's not a
said
shit
that.
question.
I
Skip,
don't
don't
know.
worry.
It's too early to say. I mean, the teams that were relegated from the Premier League were absolute trash. You know, really, really.
But so will Leicester.
I think Luton are down, aren't they? I think they'll probably be the best of the bunch, if I'm honest. I think Sheffield United have not got a lot going for them. I think Burnley are a bit of a rudderless ship as well, so I'm not sure. Portsmouth, I fancy to do well. I think they'll do all right. I don't think they'll do an Ipswich, but I think they'll carry on a little bit of momentum. I think they'll do all right. But the rest, who knows?
I think Portsmouth will hover around the sort of 6th playoffs.
I reckon they'll be in playoffs, maybe.
I think Sunderland will make playoffs this time.
Probably to 8. Maybe so. Who knows?
I've just got a feeling on that one.
I think Luton will be up there,
should
definitely.
Yeah, Coventry should be up there, I think.
I think don't Luton have most of the squad they went up with still?
I think so.
Because they didn't sign many players, did they?
What that now, mate?
They did sign quite a few Championship.
You're right there, mate. You were half talking, then you went quiet.
No, I'm finished.
Oh, sorry.
No, not you, Danny. You were talking and just
He's paused.
Sorry. No, I think Luton will be up there definitely because they bought a few Championship players, cream of the crop. I think Burnley, I think they're expecting to do what they did the season before, going straight back up. The thing is with Wilder, he knows how to get out of this league.
I can't stand him though.
Farker, the ham sandwich face.
Yeah.
But
Ham and chops.
it's one of them we don't know until we've. I said last season, like game 15 is nowhere. That's where you'll know where everyone's at. But
First 10 games don't mean out, do they? Like as far as tables concerned.
Yeah,
like look at Preston last season.
Yeah, they were at top of the league at one point, weren't they?
Carl, what do you reckon? Do you see any?
I reckon Preston will be up there again, me. I think that Preston will be there or thereabouts.
You think they'll fall away again though? Because they normally do, don't
they? Yeah, I think out of the 3 that came down, I think Luton will probably be the only sustained challenge for probably an automatic spot. I don't think Burnley have the balls to go again. I just don't think they have the fight in them. Sheffield United, well, you said it yourself, Danny, your friend that knows Wilder says they're an absolute mess behind the scenes, and we all know how detrimental behind the scenes mess can be to either your start, middle, or end of season. So I think Norwich, Coventry. I would have said Hull if they'd have kept hold of Racinha, but they shafted him big time with a good project that he was actually going through there for a while. Luke in the comments there was going to mention them as well. Sheffield Wednesday have been they were doing all right when Danny Rawle came in towards the end of last season.
Didn't he?
Yeah, they were a far more competitive opposition. Ooh, look at Ryan.
Ryan,
the cash amongst,
Higgins says Sheffield Wednesday will finish above Sheffield United. That's a controversial one. That'll upset a few of them.
I bumped into one of my pals who's a Sheffield Wednesday fan in the shop the other day, and I said exactly the same. I don't think they'll be up there, but I think they'll be gurgling around the upper mid-table area at least.
Yeah.
I think between 10th and maybe 10th, just outside
like
the playoffs.
That's gargling.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
Tomato.
Danny's got his dirty talk mistaken. That's why she's fucking washing up instead of doing what else. Fancy doing a bit of that gurgling tonight, love? Yeah, if you want. You'll have to dry up after.
She's there with plunger in sink.
Fucking marigolds on. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Gilly's in the chat. How are you, Gilly? Gilly has said all of them finish above us if the useless pricks don't get their fingers out.
I can't wait for next pod when he's going to come on looking like Noel Fielding in the IT crowd.
He's he's
gone
100%.
dark. That's it. He's gone to the dark side now.
Without a doubt, like,
Doom and
"Hi,
gloom."
guys.
The Dark Lord himself.
Oh, I forgot to be with myself.
Oh, stop. So that's all a bit of crack, isn't it?
You're killing me.
Yeah. Gilly's
I think we've
Gilly is
probably
not an
talked
happy
shit
little
enough
soldier.
here.
He's been in the
he's
trenches again this week. He's been doing God's work.
He's done his bit.
But I think he's seriously in the menopause area.
The man.
Definitely.
Man,
He has
pause,
lost
steam.
his fucking shit a few times. It's been
Stop
glorious.
winding him up, you.
I'm not winding up. I'm talking bloody facts. He's lost his shit.
Well,
Last
I'll tell you what. That's a nice segue into our next bit that Carl's going to read out for us.
Next bit? Fucking hell, how are we bloody going on for? Christ.
It's just
Got a
the
life.
Andy's Man Club bit, mate. We're finishing up.
okay.
We've
Don't
got
worry.
the
Have you got to put your woolly Crocs back on for bed or something? Is that right?
I don't put woolly Crocs on now. It's fucking red hot, man. It's about bastard 30 degrees outside. I'm not like Gilly will wear a fucking beanie inside in June when it's fucking 40 degrees. Like a onion or whatever they were called.
Have you bought them toes for your Crocs yet?
Why is that onion wearing a beanie inside in June, I think, was the comment he got.
He's telling us to hurry up. He's got to get the audio up.
All right, okay, I'll get this done. So, right.
Do fucking last week's first.
Eh?
It's done, isn't it? Anyway, go on, Carl.
Quick
Take it
before the
away.
internet dies again. So Andy's Man Club, this is for the month of July. So running club every Wednesday evening, 6:15. Be there for a 6:30 start. Meet at Roundhay, Fox and Prince's Avenue for a run around the park. Pool night, Friday the 19th, so tomorrow night. July at Northern Snooker Centre on Kirkstall Road, 6:30 to 8:30. Tables 17 and 18 upstairs. If you can contribute to the cost, that would be helpful, but not essential. If you want to turn up and just have a chat and a quick game, do. Barber Club on Sunday, 28th July at W2 Barbers on Easterly Road, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come for a haircut and a beard trim. Tattoos by our own facilitator, Jake. All monies to Andy's Man Club. There you go.
There you go.
Happy days. Looking for your first tattoo? Get down to Andy's Man Club in a barber shop.
That's it.
There you go.
Get his Stuart Dallas tattoo.
Oh yeah, he can get it on his forehead, can't he?
Did you know about that, Danny? He said,
hold on, I'm nearly finished here. I'm nearly
sorry,
finished
mate.
here.
I thought you'd done it.
Don't interrupt
can't
me.
help it.
I know, yeah,
I
it's
can't.
the
I'm
ADD,
sorry.
or whatever the
I'm
fuck
sorry.
he's got.
I said I'm sorry, didn't I?
Walk and talk Sunday, 4th of August. Details to be confirmed. Keep an eye on Facebook. On the 15th of September, we will be Andy's Man Club will be walking 7 miles in honour of our great number 7 Rob Burrow around Roundhay and Moortown in the shape of a rhino. We have a picture of that, don't we? We might share the picture of the rhino, the walk.
It's like listening to Ken Bruce, isn't it?
I don't think it's like when they used to do the pools.
Who's Ken Bruce?
On Radio 2.
I grew up in Ireland, man. I don't know who Ken Bruce is. Like,
I don't, mate. Right, you don't need...
we will be meeting at Roundhay Park Gate, Prince's Avenue, 10:30 a.m. for an 11 a.m. start. Please feel free to join us in celebration of a hero. And yeah,
there you go.
No graphic this
Bruce.
week.
And that's a great cause. Is that one? I really like that. I like the walking shape of rhino. That's ace.
It's only 7 miles.
This is why I needed Gilly on tonight, because he knows, he's old enough to know. You fucking
Pop man.
Actually, you a lot are all older than me. I don't know how old he is.
Ken Bruce, that's what he's talking
I'm
about.
35
How old are you, Danny?
years
You
young.
fuck.
35.
Yeah.
35.
You're horrible, you.
I just moisturise a lot, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
All that gurgling.
Fucking hellfire. Right, has anyone got what else they need to say before we put an end to this terrible shit show?
Absolutely not. I've said enough.
No. We've incriminated ourselves enough for 1 week.
Okay.
See, we just need to crack on now and get season going, because this is what happens. You see, we come on here and talk bollocks for an hour and 10 minutes, and these poor fuckers have to listen to us.
That's it. Poor Danny thought he was probably coming on for about half an hour or something.
I've had a whale of a time. I have. It's been great.
We do have the friendly against Harrogate tomorrow. I'm not expecting that to be all other than kids mainly and a couple of remaining.
It's on LUTV as well, so if you've got the international visual radio, then you might actually get a stream of it somewhere.
You might. I will be there along with some other reprobates. It'll get mentioned on next week's pod.
There's a start comment I'd like you to read out, James.
Oh, okay, come on then. Hang on a sec. Oh, okay. Ryan Pawala Higgins, I hope that's right. Can I get a shout out from under 13s team who have Andy's Man Club on the front of their shirt instead of a sponsor for the upcoming season?
Yeah.
What is the team called, Ryan? What's the team called?
It's the team called, man.
We need to know, mate.
Shout out.
If you are watching the game tomorrow,
he's frantically typing, saying, "Shit! Left that vital information."
Fucking knew I forgot something.
Fucking hell!
It's like me when I normally post a link to the pods and I'm like, "Oh, it's this pod," but I don't put the time.
Or the link.
I'll send Danny the link after asking him to come on.
Yeah. Oh, funny shit.
I don't think Ryan's going to come back in time, so.
But fair play to you, whoever that is.
Crofton Juniors.
Oh, here we go.
Crofton
here he
Juniors.
is. Crofton Juniors.
Excellent.
Well done, Crofton Juniors.
In before
fair
the
play,
mock, just
Crofton
in the nick of
Juniors.
time there, mate.
That is a
Right
proper
then.
decent thing to do.
We will be back at some point next week, and I've just dropped something. We'll mention the Harrogate game and whatever else happened. Hopefully, some incomings and not too many traumatic outgoings. But
we're off to Germany after the Harrogate game, so it's all good.
We are, yeah, we are.
Oh no, we're not.
If I could,
no, we've got Valencia, haven't we? Is that before?
I'm going to do a shameless plug.
Oh, go on.
Go on, Danny.
Daniel.
Go on, take it away, mate. Have you a minute?
If you are watching the game tomorrow, please do find another screen, because podcast tomorrow night at 8:00 is live. If anyone wants to listen to some drivel, if you're tired, got silky voices and all that, and that's it. So thanks for that.
Are you doing a watch along, Danny?
You can't rely on him for fuck all, can you? He brings you on. Don't tell anyone what bloody podcast you've got.
Hang on a minute.
Plug your
I will get into that. I'm going to thank you all. I'm going to thank you all, but you can fuck off.
Luke's on fucking Just Joe's show in a few
From
minutes
Not
as well, if
Another
you want to
Leeds
go and watch him.
podcast. You can find him on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you like this, you'll probably like that, because we all talk same sort of
It's
dribble.
like blind leading fucking blind, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Tomorrow at 8:00.
Until you started sticking your R in.
Not Another Leeds podcast.
So just in case anyone hasn't heard, Danny is from Not Another Leeds Podcast. It's not his podcast. It's their podcast.
It's a collective. Danny just tells them what to do.
But yeah, do go and tune in for that, man. It's absolutely great crack. And what was it? You've got to name the footballer as well, which I actually I really enjoy, actually.
I'm still waiting for Johnny Five to come back.
Quality. Yeah.
Andrea guessed it straight away the other week. So
did he?
Two people have guessed it. It's been Gilly and Andrea.
Ooh,
Jesus.
Unbelievable.
That were a bit of a clue, though. That were an easy one. You let yourself down with that one. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't do it. The now 3000.
You had Wayne Rooney there, and the only person it could have been. I'm not going to say it. Because I'm on your show. I'm on your show tomorrow. I don't want you to make it too hard.
Always thinking, Smarty. Always thinking.
You're done tomorrow, mate.
He's going to have you clipped to high heaven.
Mate, no holds bad tomorrow. I'm going on his. The shackles will be off.
I can mute you. I can mute you.
That's the roles are reversed on this pod. He's got the power.
Class.
I'll be watching after the game. After I've finished.
Thanks for having me on, though. Thank you.
No, it's Sam, mate. Thanks for coming on. It's been a good laugh, and I've had a good time. I hope you guys have had a good time, and everyone's enjoyed it. So, cheers all, other than Smarty, because he's a, disruptor.
Sit on that.
And we will see you at some point next week. We don't know which day, but we will stick a tweet out when it's coming. So,
don't expect you to do it. Fucking hell.
I did everything today. You can piss off.
Get up and fucking end it, you dick.